binders made.
Is this
I'm so
the
excited.
raised
tabs.
that what
Yeah,
this is?
2% COLA, and I'll tell everybody. And then authorization for merit market,
Separated.
like I put in
Like I
my
had a
email.
full punch and figure out how I was gonna divide it up. I was like,
I had aspirations of
Email.
doing that 5 years ago, but you see what's on my desk.
well, I have to have,
I'm in the process
No, I'm
of
just-
trying to make that happen for myself right now.
I'm not
so
sure if
like all
everybody
my
deserves a
stuff
market.
is a little bit organized.
Now, if it's digital, I'm organized.
Yeah.
But when it comes to physical paper, you should see my desk at home.
speaking of digital, I need to get with Eric.
Whatever I said in the email for surgery.
You know, we were gonna, you were gonna upload the,
Where?
All right, let's see here. Noel on the minutes. Dawn on the bills, kind of a short schedule tonight. We have 4450 Oak Lane Circle on the overgrown grass. Chris, do you have pictures? Okay, we'll just take your word for it.
A mess it's about this high.
Okay, we'll take your word for
So
it.
you're gonna say that?
All right,
Well, I do have some, I just think.
that's fine.
I might
Then-
have one.
This was made quickly. I mean,
Yeah, it came together, okay. All right, that, we already have that one in the packet. Anybody want grass? Ha, ha, ha.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
It's a loaded question.
that's right. Not weed, grass. Then we will need a motion. We have two properties on Elfreth Johnson unless they were cut today. Okay. Owned by a bank. I even forget the bank. They are listed. Chris has been in touch with a realtor. We hope it's rectified, but we'll need a motion calling for a hearing on 9/3 for those two, for the abatement. So this will just be a motion to have a hearing on 9/3. I tell you what, Tracy, you can take that one. You'll be on a roll.
All right.
And then lastly, one to refer 5896 to Willow Ridge Road for PJ action. Tracy, just take all those.
All right.
and I do
Lots
want
of
to
friends.
talk about this one right down here right quick. 'cause
Oh,
it awfully-
yes, go ahead. The
I
80%
talked to
one,
her-
yeah.
I talked to her, I have been in contact with her, the one right, 4461 is horrible right down the road. It's an older lady, she was having trouble with her lawnmower, she finally found a man that came out Tuesday and repaired it there. And Tuesday evening, she cut some of it, yesterday she cut some more of it. So she knows we're watching her, but we're gonna put it off, and if we have to, we'll do it on the 20th. Because she is making the effort, and she had some issues, I'm not trying to take up for her, because it was bad.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not pretty now, but it's cut.
Well, yeah, we're about 80%, I'd say, wouldn't you? Okay,
I'm done now.
okay. And then Willow Ridge is PJ, so that'll be a slightly different process through Mr. Black, but just a motion to, we do think we have a updated or a possible address, so Chris sent out a letter to a different address yesterday, so obviously, as always, we're hoping that one's rectified by,
I feel certain these two on Alfred Johnson will be rectified.
Yeah.
I talked to the realtor, and she asked, would the city cut it and they pay them? I said, you don't wanna do that. I said, because it'd be real high.
okay,
I said, but you also don't want these liens on this house to tie up this closing, because the auction ended Tuesday at noon.
okay.
I said, not tie up a closing, and she said, no, we don't want that, so I feel certain we'll get it cleared itself.
Okay,
So we're gonna do it this way from now on.
all right.
Right.
All right, then for my report, I meant to do this budget night, but as I told y'all in my agenda email, I put we were able to do a 4% aggregate, which would be, what I'd like to ask is authorization for a 2% COLA and then merit market. As I evaluate the other positions, particularly Public Works hourly. Some of y'all know McDonald's is $17 an hour, I think now, up the hill. So Dawn, are you still good with that motion?
Yeah, how do you want me to just lump it together?
You, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. You can just, something like that. 2% COLA for eligible plus,
Well, I was gonna be more general than.
well, that's fine, merit
Okay,
market.
okay.
And just
I'll
so
say
y'all,
Cola and Merit Market, I'm not gonna.
that's fine too.
We're talking about it now.
That will be on top of the COLA, though.
Right.
And then, of course, that was also library. Library is supposed to be getting me theirs. They use some charts and things that BPL puts out as guidelines, but it would still be the same 4% aggregate for all of them. So, all right, as we approach, we have all of our events coming up with the school, Pride of the Valley, the ball games, and if I could just get sort of a blanket motion authorizing budgeted public safety for school events for the year. What we typically try to do on the deputies is split. We have budgeted in the last several years, paid for police and fire. For the band competition, sometimes there are officers that due to payroll and their jurisdiction, they need to be contract workers and are paid by the boosters direct for that day. Where's Chris walked away. In any case, the usual items that we've been doing the last several years since naturally this is a new council, our first year. If someone would, someone like that motion, who likes
do it.
police and fire? Paula likes police and fire, okay. Just a motion, just like it's stated on the agenda, be perfect.
Okay.
All right, I sent y'all the pictures. I know this is a shocker, but I'm always on the lookout for lightly used, don't laugh. And I have to give credit. I've rubbed off on Chris. Chris actually came to the information of two Yamahas. One is a Viking, one is a Mule. The Viking is 8,500, much less than, well, if they have a blue book. It has 50 hours on it, so none of you outbid us but for the motion. But if I could, I think, Dawn, are you still up? That would be 8,500
That's for
on the Viking,
Okay.
and not to exceed 5,000 on the Mule once I'm able to see it run. It's been sitting 500 hours, but both of them.
5,000.
Not to exceed 5,000, yeah. Both of them, Chris and I have seen both of them, you saw the pictures, don't look like they've hardly been driven, especially the Viking. So what the idea is, particularly for Butterbean and the ball games and so forth, we'll probably fit the Viking with some emergency lights on it. So the deputies would have that available. And then, of course, the Mule will be more replacing the club car. So I tell you what, let's take away the club car off of that one, if y'all are agreement to the UTVs, because that requires a resolution. So if you'll just
Just the Viking.
if you'll just move to approve the Viking and the Mule, not to exceed
Okay.
85 and 5, that'll take care of that. And then we'll loop back to the club car, or the Easy Go in a minute. Butterbean Days. Eric and I have been full, what's the basketball term? Full court press? Full,
All hands on deck.
all hands on deck, full steam ahead. Butterbean is coming together perfectly. Fortunately, Eric's been involved the last few years. Heather is now living at City Hall. Not, just kidding. And not this Heather Liebeshek. But as I'll go ahead and say, it's a mini reviewing. It's the attendees, it's the people that come that make the festival. But Heather Liebeshek is going to come the 17th to really promo it, but we're going to begin the advertising. This will be, what you see there is be in front of me tonight. I believe do you know is it more vendors than last year, the same? Give us the 2 minute as you know it, Eric.
I'll let y'all pass this on. She just sent this. Y'all need to look at Butterbean Days, okay? Y'all look it up on your phones.
Oh, okay.
Brand new post.
Hey, whose phone is this down here on my desk?
That's mine.
Oh, Eric.
Where's it up there?
Yes, sir.
Looking for it. That's my secret phone.
Oh, okay, right. All right.
I think that we're almost full. we have a few spots left, I think, but they are replacing vendors now in locations to make sure that we don't have two lemonades sitting next to a tea, you know what I mean, and that kind of thing. A lot of new faces, a lot of new vendors. There's been a lot of attention, a lot of attraction, a lot of people want to be part of this, and they're new to this game. She is, that group, so it's going to be great. It's going to be one of the best ones we've ever had. This is very exciting. I think it's a great time for the city of Pinson. I think it's a great time for us. I am overexcited. You know, I get excited. Okay, y'all know, and I don't stop till we win. So you trust me, this is going to be great. Heather is the right person. I think that they are. This is going to be great. We've got a lot of vendors, a lot of, and placing them in the right areas, matching them up with power. Some of the other events that take place, they don't restrict some of the things that we might, such as generators. You don't want to sell your boutique items next to a food vendor that's the whole time. So we're addressing all that. I think that's an advantage for us that we've got somebody that we can sit there and weed through that. We've got all our normal participants, the fire department, sheriff's department, our public safety directors, managing all the extra help we need. Of course, our public works departments. I don't need to tell you what they're going to do. I couldn't tell you what they're going to do because there's so much that they're going to do. But we're really excited. We're amending some of the things we've done in the past. We're going to be sure and extend our shuttle services a little bit farther up the road in different locations just to try to help accommodate some of the changes. Not necessarily, we still have our ADA parking. That's all in the same places. But we just didn't branch out as much trying to offer accommodation. We can't shuttle everybody. Come on, that's just not, it's not feasible with the way we're set up. But we also want to make it very attractive for all 50,000 people to come to the Butterbean Days in Pinson. So, sorry, you're going to hear more of it, and more of it, and more of it. So, that poster, there'll be banners exactly like that. There's going to be banners out front that list our sponsors. So, I think that, and there are, they got levels of sponsors. I'm not sure. I don't have that list. That's her ball of wax, but I think they're still looking for some really solid sponsors. Food Giant did come through for us. That's fantastic. Avadian is the lead sponsor. So I think that Trustful Gas is one, but we need to elevate that. We need to. The fireworks are going to be as good as they have been in the years past. So that's a good attraction to the lunchbox. You know that. It's a main attraction that people come. So we're excited. We're excited. I don't think we're trying not to leave any stone unturned. Of course, you know that. You know how that goes. It's always a debrief at the end to make sure we know what we did good, what we did bad, and what we can correct for the next year. So we've been, she's persistent. My phone is bleeping.
Right.
As a matter of fact, that was probably what was bleeping in front of you. Was her text going to me. So, and I appreciate that because that's
Eric, I think too, need to mention the Pinson Butterbean Days page. Draw attention to that because there's a lot of contests going on.
On our broadcast, there's a
Cookbook.
block there that have that poster there all the time. You can scan that QR code. Those two QR codes will take you to the Pinson Butterbean Days page, and it will actually. And there is a cookbook contest. There's a cooking contest, but you're going to hear more about that, and we're going to push more about. And as they share through their media groups, they're pumping out. I copy them, send them on our page, so you guys share them to everybody. Because everything's good. And Pinson will have a Butterbean Days festival this year. Let it be known that we were not canceled, that we will have that. Write it down.
Excited.
I'm excited too.
Question,
Okay.
are we still having the petting zoo over here, or what did?
I don't think we have the petting zoo at all. I haven't seen that on the list. I have not placed it. Triangle Park's pretty open right now, and we've got a couple of, a Smash Burger and a vendor that's taking the place of that Carney vendor that we moved from away from over there because we wanted the food vendors to be able to.
Exactly.
We're trying to clean up some of that. Let me see. We're trying to organize correctly.
Presentation, more
And we're
efficient,
trying,
right.
and there's going to be banners, and we don't actually have the pot, so there's sponsor banners that need to be placed in prominent places. So I said we would put them on the corner up here on Triangle. So because around that flagpole and that's there now, I think that's a good. We can even use it as part of our channeling people across.
Yeah. It's gonna
so-
be a little more open on the front
Yeah,
this time
so-
around.
Well,
So,
I think it's great leaving that because for the fireworks, that's a great place.
It is
Absolutely.
I told her that too. I said that's really. I think with a food vendor there, a couple and a drink vendor, that'll be, and they'll probably do well. Of course, we have vendors at Rodham, on both sides or
Right.
on one side. So we're really working out the logistics now where vendors park. She's got a detailed map you'll see come up that directs how the vendors check in, where they check in, where the Chambers booth is, and they'll be selling, of course, a memorabilia or what do you call it?
souvenirs.
Souvenirs, okay, and
promotional
then
items,
we
right.
also will have marked where they're selling the beans, because, butter beans is the focus, and she's really taken that, they have really taken that and pushed that into the, big time. We'll still have our hospitality tent that we're gonna, that we moved into Dr. Bryant's location, got the approval from Dr. Bryant, we're gonna put it up again, we think that's a great addition right there, there's 2 or 3 food vendors within, and it's a good spot. It's not hard, and it's also conceded fireworks too.
Right.
So I'm really excited. There's a lot of little more details to work out, but we'll get it straight. It's just August.
I've got to build him some more power units. That's the
Yeah,
only
well,
flip side,
but-
so.
And all the shop owners, all that, they've been.
She's
Notified.
met. She's talked to every single one. She's been down it twice, and of course Chris goes through, public safety director goes through, and we give them passes. Parking passes, make accommodations for the businesses that need to operate on that Friday. I think there's a beauty shop and such right down there that the deputy lets in off of Old Bradford and such. And we got the stage location. I'm not sure when they'll shut the road down, but we're going to leave our sign the same. It says 4 o'clock Thursday, I think it is, but it may be, but.
Is the stage
All
still-
that's,
Is
ma'am?
the stage still gonna be in the same location?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Same location. It's a different sound vendor. I think it's the same stage provider, but a different sound vendor. But people that pump sound, they got she's also put out, if you'll look on that site, the list of acts and the times and things, and really trying to schedule and process it as a, and I really appreciate it. I do. We'll still have our kickoff by the city, so you guys need to make yourself available at 6. The mayor will, we'll have a kickoff. This will be an important, special one. So y'all all need to be there.
I'll be
Hats
there.
on and beans ready,
Right.
So-
Well, I've noticed the way she broke up, like announcements, and I assume she's gonna, mention sponsors. And all
That's
that.
exactly what it's
She's
for.
got it
That's
well
exactly what it's
written
for.
out.
Yeah, and she's got somebody that manages that portion of it. She'll have people that'll be managing that the souvenir portion of that, She's got 25 ambassadors from, I forgot the schools. They are high school students. They're the ones that will handle the trash pickup. As before, there was a group that's all they did was go around, empty the event trash bag, and we supply the dumpsters or the roll-offs. We're going to supply them a cart, but or a modus operandi, and they will handle that. Because that's the big deal, and I kind of kept pointing to that, because if we don't keep a handle on it, we kept a clean ship. This place stayed nice and clean, and we want to maintain that. So, of course, we'll task our staff to help monitor that as well. So, we're trying to. If you think of anything else, feel free to email me. Your your thoughts or concerns or anything that I may leave out, you know, which
Gonna be great.
we try to, yes, it's gonna be great. I mean,
Okay.
we're really excited.
It's
We'll
not
still
just
have our
gonna be
hospital.
great, it's gonna be epic.
Yeah. That's what-
Chris is trying to tell me
Well,
something.
if y'all think that he just got wound up and excited about this, y'all sitting on them meetings with that Heather one.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Yeah. She's
All right,
got good
thanks, Eric.
personality.
All right, as a reminder, that's right. Tomorrow, Florence comes to PVHS.
Yes.
I'm sure if you're not working, helping, doing something, supporting, they would love to see you. We go to Pleasant Grove next Thursday, okay? So that is a Thursday game, so just be aware of that, and I'm sure many of you will go. I will mention the weather alert. We are aware that storms will come in, but hopefully we'll be long through by then. All right, as most of y'all know, previously mentioned, we have the shopping center group that has typically, has a very large show every year in Las Vegas, is actually coming to Atlanta, October, 19th and 20th. I'm planning to go. Our planning commission chair has expressed interest. 3 of our counselors will actually be unavailable due to advancements, which we'll talk about later. So also right around that, we have other training for the year 26, 27 years. So Brad, you still good just to author a motion authorizing
Yeah,
all those expenses?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Mayor, on
Yes.
that, make sure we include, personnel also in that.
Yes, okay.
So,
All
you
right.
know, like when staff goes to conferences and all that.
Okay, thank you for that. All right, so Brad, if you'll make that officials and staff for the 26, 27 year. Assuming y'all are good with the 2 Kawasaki's, we have an Easy Go MPT 1200 that we bought, I think when we built the park 10, 11 years ago, and it was used then, that has reached its end of life for us. Probably good to somebody, so if y'all are good with the mules, would somebody like to propose that we surplus an Easy Go? All right, Dawn. And speaking of Butterbean, I'm glad Eric didn't mention it, sort of. The car show and some other features are coming back, which leads us to the Pinson Plaza. In addition, as y'all know, we often have been using that the past, I don't know how many years, for Christmas parade and some other things. So the lawful way for us to work with them and them to work with us is a license agreement. And this simply allows, these 2 agreements are with the RX, which is, some of you may know, is the Burns half, then the Cincy group, which is the lower half, the Food Town half. This simply authorizes us to utilize those events, and our consideration for that would be some minor parking lot touch up, so forth, so that it is better for
Suitable.
our use. Yeah, better for our use. All right, Brad, you want that one?
Yes.
Okay. And then, I think that's all until we get to Dawson. And I should have mentioned this. I'm happy that Eric has been able to pass many torches over to Gwen, because we need that department now on Butterbean. So indirectly, Gwen is helping us there. So we'll hear from Dorland. This will be the 24-25 audit, but basically right behind it, everything is entered. We expect him to start the 25-26. So we'll probably have 2 audits presented this calendar year for 2 fiscal years. So y'all talk about excitement. I'm very excited about that. So I'm very excited. So someone said one time, he's an engineer, he's smiling, that's about as excited as it gets. But y'all take that the way I mean it. Very appreciative of all those that have had a role in that, and Dawson will tell us more in a minute. So let's do this, unless y'all have something else for the agenda. Coach probably wishes he was, are you through a practice or did you skip out for a minute?
Oh, no, we're finished.
Oh, okay, okay. Do y'all, y'all want to take a minute and hear from the coach since we have 6 minutes
I
now?
think I think we should wait.
Yeah,
Just
till-
wait till the
yeah.
main,
Just
that's
Just wait till
fine,
the main
that's fine,
meeting.
okay.
It'll be in a few minutes.
And, but I'll take you first as a special guest, so, all right. Okay, we'll put you there. We have been, glad the way that we've helped football. Just so y'all know, I think it was in my weekly report, we've done a few things for the band that have been within my limits, some batteries, wagon tires, just things like that to help the band get going for this year. So, I was installing some battery and some cables in a golf cart myself. What day was that? Monday or Tuesday, I think. But, nothing more excited than repairing a golf cart, right? So, all right, we will convene then in about 5 minutes. If you'll stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance, the invocation, that'll be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. As you would, silence all of your devices. Lord, we thank you so much for this evening. We thank you for the students. We pray for safety as we enter these seasons, for guidance with the coaches. We pray for the character that will be instilled and the teamwork that will be taught. We pray for the teachers, first responders, and all those involved. Give us your wisdom tonight as we manage the resources you've given to us. In your name we pray. Amen. Counselor Walker.
Attention, salute, pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. May be seated. Madam Clerk, can we have the roll call?
Yes. Counselor Thompson?
Here.
Counselor Walker?
Here.
Counselor Tanner?
Here.
Counselor Sims?
Here.
Counselor Holt?
Here.
Mayor Sanders?
Here. All right, is there a motion concerning the minutes of August 6th?
Yes, I'd like to offer a motion to waive the reading and approve the minutes from the August 6th council meeting.
Second,
Second.
discussion? In favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And those minutes are unanimous, Madam Clerk. All right, let me suspend the rules a minute, and I will take Coach Cola. You're probably tired, or I hope you are. So if you'll come and make sure the mic's on, and I'll go ahead and take you so you can be on your way for hydration, perhaps.
Ready?
Yes. there
Okay,
you
I'm
go.
sorry. Well, first off, I want to thank Mayor Sanders and the council for all the generous donations you've given our football program, with equipment, helmets, footballs, everything that we've received. We're just so thrilled about that you will invest that not only in our football program, but our young men that are so good. Our kids, ever since I've arrived, it seemed like yesterday when I was hired in January, and now the game is already upon us. Our kids and our staff have been working extremely hard. And I see that right there, a people of pride and progress. My number one goal as a head football coach is to give pride back to Pinson. Not only with our football program, but, we tell our kids all the time, playing high school football is a top 10 experience in a young man's life. Well, we want that to be an unbelievable experience, but to bring pride back and the way our kids not only act around us or at school, but in the community. We have instilled discipline in these kids. We had the Marines come in to do a workout, and they said, Coach, this seems like a different team. Last Friday night, our Meet the Indians, I had a referee said, I've been, reffing the last few years, and he said, Coach, this is a different team. You will see a different team. And, I don't know how many games we're going to win. I hope we win all of them. But I know this, our kids are going to play hard. We're going to coach them hard. We're going to demand excellence. We want to give the people of Pinson, and everyone and our parents and everyone pride back. We will get that back and also see progress. And that's our number one goal too, is we want to have progress every week. So we are so excited to kick the season off tomorrow night. And I am asking this from the city of Pinson and everyone. It would mean the world to myself, our staff, our players, our school community, if they turn around, those stands are packed. I am challenging everyone to please pack those stands. We are going to give the city of Pinson something to be proud again. I will promise you that. Me being the head coach, that's going to happen. Our kids are going to act right. They're going to be pillars of the community. And I cannot tell you how excited I am, and our staff and our players, to kick this season off tomorrow night. And thank you for all the investments you've made in our young men and our football program.
Thank you, Abe. That's right.
All right, is that it? That good?
No, that's perfect. That's
Okay.
perfect.
Yes, sir.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it. Thank
We
you.
appreciate all that you're doing.
Absolutely.
Raise your
It's been-
spirit.
It's been a,
Yes, sir.
Tough road.
I promise you that. And it's going to be exciting. It will be an exciting brand of football. I promise you that. Hey, go Indians.
That's right, go
Absolutely.
Indians.
Thank you, Coach. The rules are reinstated. Yes, we've been very involved. We'll get to the public safety motion in a minute, but as I mentioned earlier, we've had some smaller needs on the band side, so we want, I think I speak for council, we want every part of our school to be, have excellence to the top, to the highest level.
Absolutely.
So, anyway. And he forgot the new tires on their equipment trailer, always important. So, all right. Counselor Tanner, on some bills.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to pay the bills in the amount of $50,955.24.
Second
Second.
by Thompson. Discussion, kind of a shorter list this week. In favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And that's unanimous, Madam Clerk. Okay, Chris, back to you. Let's see, we have, well, y'all may not need Chris, but let's just start with Counselor Thompson on 4450 Oak Lane Circle.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to offer a motion calling for a hearing.
No,
Oh, no, no,
this
no.
is a
Which one?
resolution for abatement.
Oh, that's right. Resolution for abatement for, is the one in 4450 Oak Lane Circle.
Second
Second.
by Sims. All right, let's see, I actually got ahead of myself a little bit,
I did
but
too.
let me, I don't think there is any, but I'll interrupt discussion and suspend for the purpose of a hearing on 4450 Oak Lane Circle, 47, no, that's just that one tonight, right?
just that one.
Okay. Anyone here to speak concerning 4450 Oak Lane Circle? All right, the hearing is closed, the rules are reinstated. The grass is high, it's been high. Is that one bank-owned?
Yeah, well, it's
Okay.
a company.
It's a company-owned, okay? Any questions, further questions of Chris?
No, is it a rental? Is it a rental property?
Okay. That it's vacant, I believe.
Yes, the guy just left.
Okay, and it's been vacant, I think, for a couple months, hence
Well,
the
this had
issue.
been going on for a little bit, and it started once, and then it got cut, and it's started again, and nobody's touched it.
Okay. All right, well, mowing marches on. Roll call vote. I'm sorry, any further discussion? Roll call vote on the main resolution.
Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Tanner.
Yes.
Counselor Sims.
Yes.
Counselor Holt.
Yes.
Mayor Sanders.
Yes, 26-36, resolution unanimous, Madam Clerk. All right, now, I need well, Counselor Thompson, go ahead. This would be a motion to set a hearing.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to offer a motion calling for a hearing for 4770 and 4778 Alfred Johnson.
All right, this would be for September 3rd. We have been in touch with a Realtor, but have seen no action yet, and our goal is always that the owner remedy, but we are where we are, and mowing must continue. So
I feel pretty sure this one.
Will be done, but we're in the process, so.
we need to
we're
move
gonna
on.
go,
We're
correct.
gonna move on. Further discussion. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
Do we get a second?
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Sims was the second, wasn't you?
Second.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Who had the second then? Noel, I'm sorry.
There we
I
go.
knew I heard something from my left. All right, thank you, Noel. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, no. All right, so we will set those two for the 3rd. Lastly, we have one in the police jurisdiction. Counselor Thompson, we need a motion to refer to legal for appropriate action.
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to offer a motion for legal action on 4896 on Willow Ridge Road.
58.
5-8.
5896,
No,
my
that's fine.
goodness.
Yeah, no problem. Second.
Second.
Second by Walker. This is PJ, so this a similar outcome, just a slightly different process. Again, we think we have a better address on this as of yesterday. We hope it's rectified, but nonetheless, the courts will be waiting. So further discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. And that is unanimous, Madam Clerk. We will have that to Mr. Black. All right, I meant to handle this at the budget time, but Counselor Tanner, would you offer a motion concerning the COLA and certain merit market?
I'll offer that motion.
Second
Second.
by Thompson. This will provide a 2% COLA for eligible employees, as well as some flexibility with me. Just to be brutally honest, we need to look at some of our hourly. Y'all saw the sign, McDonald's, it was advertising for $17 an hour this week. So can't say enough about what our day-to-day Public Works and others do. Further discussion? Do we have a second? Okay. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And that passes. Paula, on motion concerning budgeted safety for school events for the year.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion concerning the budgeted public safety for school events.
Okay, and approving, correct? Motion to, okay, second?
Second.
I think that was everybody, but I'll say Noel by nose, wouldn't you, Madam Clerk? As we talked earlier, public safety is a critical part of our school events. We thank our SROs and Chris and others, and this gives me the authorization to schedule and fund those guys through the football games, Pride of the Valley, travel, all those things that we need to make a safe environment. We had a motion and a second. Further discussion. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. And that was unanimous, Madam Clerk. And speaking of events, Counselor Tanner on a motion concerning a mule and a Viking.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion for authorizing the mayor to purchase a Viking UTV for $8,500 and a mule for not to exceed $5,000.
Second.
Second.
I'll go with Walker on that one. Appreciate that. Yes, coming up again, for the Butterbean Days, school events, Pride of the Valley, these vehicles are vital. And a part of our normal vehicle attrition process, we'll get to one that, in a moment, that we need to roll off the fleet. So further discussion? These are lightly used, but very good value. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And that's unanimous, Madam Clerk. All right, Butterbean Days, October 2nd and 3rd. Most of you can see the flyer in front of me that will be posted. We'll be hearing much more about that. It's going to be a great year, slightly different vendors, but the car show is coming back and some other things that we'll get to in a moment. Very exciting. You heard the coach. I will not try to top him, but Florence comes to us tomorrow night. And then we go to Pleasant Grove the 27th, which is a Thursday. So come and support the young people that are football, cheer, band. Come and support
Trainers.
our young people.
Trainers,
Trainers, thank you.
yeah.
Yes,
Very
all
important
of
part of
those.
that program.
So they're our future. So appreciate y'all's investment and allowing me the flexibility to handle some things, even as small as an extension cord that sometimes the groups will need. Also, we are aware, but we want the public to be aware, there is a weather alert coming through as early as 9 tonight. So just be weather aware. It's gaining some strength the last I heard at the state line, so please be aware of that. All right, Councilor Walker on a motion, and I'll talk about it once we get the second.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the expenses for upcoming ICSC conference in Atlanta and the Alabama League conference in Mobile, and also the expenses for the 26-27 year for staff and officials.
Second.
Second.
By Thompson. We have some great news. I think I've mentioned this at a prior meeting, but the Retail Shopping Center Association has, for some years, had a big show in Las Vegas. They are having a smaller show in Atlanta this year, the second week of October, that is partnered greatly with the Alabama League of Municipalities. They are supporting that. I'm planning to go. Our Planning Commission Chairman, Mike O'Toole, has expressed some interest. And that gives us some opportunities to get in front of businesses that we need and that would hopefully love to be here. So I'm excited about that. There's a leadership training that week. I'll talk more about it. And then Councilor Sims, Tanner, and Walker will receive their advancement at a ceremony on Tuesday. So we'll recognize y'all at that following October meeting for your education. We appreciate that. Further discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. All right, so that passes unanimous, Madam Clerk. All right, now that we have a mule and a Viking coming, Dawn, on a surplus.
Yes, I'd like to offer a resolution concerning surplus property consisting of an E-Z-GO MPT 12,000.
Second?
Second.
Oh, that was, okay, I'll take Sims on that one. We have always, in my opinion, been a very frugal group, even through the years. And this was an easy go with a dump bed that we bought used, I think, when we opened the park, maybe 10 or 11 years ago, that has just simply reached the end of its useful life for us. So this authorizes me to advertise and set a live auction date. It will be at Bicentennial, as is where is. So that will roll 2 in and surplus 1 away. So further discussion? Roll call vote on the main resolution.
Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Walker,
Yes.
Counselor Tanner.
Yes.
Counselor Sims.
Yes.
Counselor Holt.
Yes.
Mayor Sanders.
Yes, and stay tuned on that. I will set a date, I forgot what, I think September, sometime in September after the appropriate advertising time. Lightly used, only driven to church, no, just kidding. So, as is where is, I hope it'll crank to back out of the garage, we'll see. All right, the next item concerning Butterbean Days and the car show and some other things. Brad, would you offer some license agreements for us, please?
Yes, I'd like to offer a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into licensing agreements with the property owners of Pinson Plaza.
All right, second.
Second.
Second by Thompson. This is RX Properties and Cincy Group, the old Pinson Plaza food town, for those people as old as I am. What this allows the city to use it for our purposes. Our consideration for that is we will do some minor patching in the parking lot to get it little smoother and better. I'm looking forward to the car show and some other things. Christmas parade will be here before we know it. So this benefits us and, of course, the owner, and we utilize those. We have utilized those areas for some years, just outside an agreement, so.
I do have a question, and I know this was beyond the minor. When you pull in off of Spring Street onto that, back over there where, that little small part that's for sale, there's a huge hole that they've got. I guess the county has a big barrel that's in the hole, so
Oh,
nobody will run into it.
Okay,
I
well, we
guess.
can look at it.
If y'all, I mean, I don't know if it's something that we need to take,
Okay,
but there's 2 of the flashing, the yellow
Okay.
on the side, but there's one that's in a hole to keep a car from going in there. I'm assuming the county put it. I'm not sure, but that might be something we need to
okay.
look at.
We certainly, Eric, remind me, we'll look at that. I think I know that drop basin you're
It's right
talking
next to
about.
the
Yeah,
hair salon, so
Okay.
it's the one on the left as you're pulling in.
okay. We'll take
We
care
can
of
look at
that
that.
that would probably, could even use road expense, but we'll try to take care of it as part of this
I
action.
don't know if it's part of the drainage or it's just washed
Okay.
away through the years.
All right, we had a motion and a second. Roll call vote on the main resolution.
Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Walker,
Yes.
Counselor Tanner.
Yes.
Counselor Sims.
Yes.
Counselor Holt.
Yes.
Mayor Sanders.
Yes, that's 26-38 unanimous. And again, this will be a great benefit to both parties. All right, lastly, anything else before I go to Dawson? Wonderful, thank y'all. Dawson, come join us. Dawson works for Borland Benefield. Some of us remember Charlie Palmetier that used to come, and he's passed the torch to you. So, any rate, give us what we need to know on the audit. This, for the public consumption, this is the 24-25 audit, and Dawson will go over some of the timing of that in a moment. Dawson.
It's great to be back with y'all.
Are you still on? Okay, hang on just a moment. Let Eric help you. That helps our
Yeah.
home viewers.
Perfect.
There you are.
Great to
Good.
be back with y'all. I'm Dawson Horton, as you mentioned. I've been leading the audit for several years now. We got the 24-25 audit. It was a much improved process and we saw great strides from the previous year in this year's audit. I've been battling some migraines today, so bear with me a little bit.
You're fine.
But so we'll go through the numbers a little bit. These are a little bit stale, as you know, but we'll do a little brief run through and then kind of get to the findings at the end, if that works for everyone. Very good. Let's start with your first few pages of the audit report are your audit opinions. It is our opinion that these financial statements are fairly and accurately stated as of and for the year ended June 30, 2025. We did have one finding, and we'll get to that at the end, but it was just related to adjustments for the audit. The next section we're going to flip to here is the MD&A, the Management Discussion and Analysis. This is a required part of all governmental audit reports. It's a good place to kind of run through because it gives you a year-over-year kind of comparison and performance analysis so we can kind of see what we performed versus the previous year. So on page 7, you have a little summarized balance sheet or your statement of net position. You can see at the top the growth in cash and investments, always a positive sign year over year. Outside of that, capital asset decreases simply from depreciation expense outweighing the additions we had this year, and we'll go over the additions, which were pretty minimal for the current year here in a couple of pages. On the liability side, always good to see your liabilities going down. Long-term debt, we're not having any issues making our timely debt payments, as well as the net pension liability. The investment performance in RSA generated a decrease this year, and it should decrease again next year as well. Those reports are out as well. So down at the bottom, you have unrestricted net position of just over 2.3 million. We estimate that to be approximately 6 months of operating reserves, which is a really positive indicator of your financial position currently. Typically, they recommend at least 3 for governmental entities, so positive sign there. Any questions on the balance sheet?
What was ours again? 5? 6,
6
almost
months,
back
yes,
to
sir.
6.
Six,
Okay,
yeah.
wonderful, thank you.
Okay, on page 8, you have a little summarized income statement for both expenses and revenues there. You can see at the top for the revenue schedule. Growth in our sales and use tax. I think we had a slight decrease in the previous year from the changeover in the grocery stores, so it was good to see that bounce back this year. One of the things that you'll see sticks out is the grant programs. Last year, we used the remainder of our ARP funds, so that was expected to decrease this year. We're limited on federal awards at this point, so that was an expected decrease. Outside of that, we saw some growth in charges for service, which is nice as well. Some good activity in all of our sports, at the parks, some growth in the revenue in those areas, which was very positive to see. At the bottom, you have the summary of your expenses. Growth in general government was expected as well, kind of filling some budgeted positions and the growth along with that, as well as the increased internet costs this year that we're experiencing from the citywide Wi-Fi was one of the things as well. So some turnover in public service there generated the decrease, and then special appropriations is just our fire districts primarily funding for the current year. So all expected as far as the expenses go. Well, we can flip to page 10. You can see a little comparison of our capital additions over the years. We used our ARP funding to really invest in our facilities, in our fields, in all of our equipment. So that was what you can kind of see from like 2022 to 24, where we were really significantly adding capital additions and really doing some really good things to invest in our city. This year was kind of the end of that, and we were just basically cleaning up some projects this year. The Rock School project completion, and then the citywide Wi-Fi final payment on that as well. So down at the bottom, you can see where our debt balance is. Pretty, like I said, when we refinanced this, it was at the perfect time. We have a really great interest rate that's really manageable for us, and the payments are, obviously, we're not having any difficulty in funding those annually. So really good position there for those. Okay. Page 12, you have the full statement of net position in your balance sheet. This will be a little different than your normal monthly statements you might review because we add in the capital assets and the debt into this. Those aren't in your monthly fund financial statements. So that would be the only thing different here. And we've kind of touched on everything in here. If you'd like to flip to 13, you can kind of see the full income statement. This is the required format. They call it the net expense format. It's not the greatest viewing experience, in my opinion, but I don't make the rules. So but you can see our sales, our tax revenue down at the bottom, and then all of the, like our licenses and our charges for service kind of funnel in the middle there in that program revenue section. The next few pages are more like the monthly financial statements you would normally see, just your fund financial statements. The major funds are the general fund and then your 4, 5, 6 gas tax fund. So it's presented in a separate column for you. Outside of that, all of the other funds, which we are doing a really much improved job of being able to track and keep things in the right bucket. You know, it was last year when we kind of broke out into a few extra funds to track our road tax, our Rebuild Alabama, capital asset activity, and those, all of those funds, which were broken out for some better reporting. And we're doing a really good job of being able to manage that year over year. We improved significantly, and I really would expect us to not really have any issues with that going forward. So if you will, let's touch on a couple things in the notes for you. Page 25 gives you a little summary of the debt activity and shows you what our maturities are going forward. You can see the warrant balance at just over 1.7, and the payment's really, really reasonable over the next 5 years and going forward from there as well. We'll touch on the net pension liability, so I don't put you to sleep, but on page 32, really for a governmental entity, having a liability this low is really, really positive sign. You know, for some, it can be really, really high. And the way we like to explain this is on the left side, it takes basically all of your employees, it runs the actuarial evaluations of like men live to X amount of years, women live to X amount of years, how your pay rate, your how long of service you've been at the city, and they build this number of what we need to fund to be able to pay your pension for the remainder of your lifetime. Then in the middle column, you have what essentially is your bank account. That's what we've funded up to this point, and if you can see in the middle column there where the contributions are going into it. And then it gives you this net number that we're required to bring onto the balance sheet. You can see in the middle there, the net investment income in the account was one of the main things that helped bring down that balance this year. Positive year for the market. Okay. From there, we can go to page 41 or and it'll kind of give you the breakdown of all those other funds I was speaking about. You see the individual, the 7-2 fund, the road tax fund, Rebuild Alabama, and your capital projects and debt service. We're required to keep the debt service activity in that specific fund per the warrant's conditions. So that's something that we're making sure we keep up with, and we properly report everything in that activity in that fund, so. Lastly, we have page 43, which gives you the findings this year. As I mentioned, noticeably improved in our policies, procedures, our controls. We didn't have any issues looking through checks. We had the proper approval of everything as invoices. Deposits were really improved this year as well. We didn't have any issues looking through revenue. We went through about 60 ordinary cash disbursements, no issues. We looked through all your capital additions. We do payroll testing separately as well. I know that they were very pleased with the transfer of that to ADP and making that a little more seamless for everyone. But the findings are simply just from some of the adjustments. Interfund accounting and fund accounting for governments is incredibly difficult. I mean, just trying to make sure all the tax revenue typically coming in the general fund and then making sure it makes its way to the right fund. So that was the primary reason for a lot of our adjustments this year, and it's very, very common with governmental entities. So we had to adjust the interfund accounts and the transfers, and then a little bit on let's see what the other adjustments. Related to long-term debt, we're just trying to get the transfers into the right fund correctly, which is something we typically help you with. So, as I mentioned though, it was noticeably improved. We feel really good about where we're at as far as cash reconciliations, internal controls, segregations of duties. So we're moving in the right direction.
Wonderful. And I think you're basically starting on 25, 26 already. You just
here.
never stopped. So,
It's here.
yes, hopefully we'll be back on track after this calendar year with our schedule. For the public information, because of our incorporation in April, our fiscal year runs July to June of each year. And we're happy, particularly that Gwen is on staff and has made that a much better financial entry process back. All right, council, any questions? Very happy.
Just glad to get it finally.
Absolutely.
called
That's
All
out.
right, let's put it behind us.
Absolutely. So, yeah, just, I would like to think December or January, we might be ready with the 25, 26.
Absolutely, yeah. And I must say that, I mean, we really appreciate the staff. Everyone's really accommodating. I know we put a lot of pressure and we require a lot while we're here, so we really appreciate all the staff being very helpful, getting us everything we need. So it's always great working with your team.
Well, and also for public, let's see, is it, help me, Gwen, 10 checking accounts? I think we have 5 road and then some others, but that's the law. We must keep these road in particular in the correct accounts because they have very specific restricted uses.
That's correct.
So they can tell you when I came in, I stayed on Eric and Gwen about, she probably got tired of hearing about 4, 5, 6 questions and 7 and 2, but I mean, they've got to be in the right account. So we know, just if we have a road project, okay, we have the money, we don't have the money, the right bucket, to use your word. So we appreciate all you did.
Absolutely.
Any questions of council?
We're always available, call, email. Please feel free if you all have questions after the fact to give us a call and we'd be happy to answer any questions. So.
All right, if there's no questions, since y'all had this a couple days ago, I would entertain a motion to approve so we can go ahead and publish and release. Motion by Thompson,
Second?
Yeah.
second by Walker. Further discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Thank you very much, Dawson.
Thank you all
Thank
very
you.
much.
We're about to adjourn, so hang around a minute if you feel like it for questions. So he was a little under the weather, but plowed through, so we appreciate that, so. All right, let's see, we covered Chris. Chris and Hal have been inspecting this week heavily. Appreciate,
I do
yeah.
have another question for Chris. Chris, is there an update on the house that's on Clayton Street, the one that's had the permanent dumpster?
I do. I talked to him. We're getting deeper and deeper into that. I've talked to him and the investor. I talked to him, I think yesterday. No, I'm sorry. Today's Thursday. Yes, yesterday. And he's supposed to call me back today or tomorrow with a plan. If he don't, we're just gonna start the process, and he knows that.
There's
And
not a-
and the investor knows that. We'll never complete that process because the investor's gonna sell it if he don't start something.
What's the time frame?
Tomorrow. If he don't
I
call
mean,
me back
it's-
tomorrow, we'll start
Okay.
it tomorrow.
No,
Very
I'm fine
limited
with that.
work, and now the grass is
Yeah.
high. It's just the dumpster's full. I don't know who else using that dumpster,
Yeah.
but
That's what I told him all that had to go, and he didn't call me. And he said he'd call me back today. Talked to him yesterday. He said he'd call back either tomorrow or the next day, so Thursday or Friday. So
Okay.
if we don't hear from him tomorrow, we'll start something Monday. I've
Start
got
it
no
again.
problem with it.
fantastic.
need to get-
They've had
Yep.
plenty of time, way past time.
Yeah, Chris, we talk about abatements probably every day, I'll say, sadly.
We talk about a
sadly.
lot of stuff every day.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
for the
Thank
question.
you.
I
Dawn?
have a couple of things, if you want to do it before public.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, one, I just want to mention, if y'all have noticed that we've started a new mural across the street at the Rock School.
Yes.
It's looking really good. I'm hoping everyone will really be proud of what we're trying to portray as the city, the history and everything. So I think that's looking really, really good. I want to mention we've got National Night Out. Just mark your calendars. That's on September the 22nd. We'll be having hot dogs and chips and Kona Ice. Clay's going to go in with us because they don't really have a good place to have a National Night Out, so they'll be joining us in that.
And it's gonna be at Bicentennial
It's
Park.
at Bicentennial Park. Yeah, it starts at 6. Chris has been really great to get in touch with the Sheriff's Department, so we'll have things for the kids to see. The helicopter's supposed to be there.
Don't know that, but I would probably, but if everybody's aware, fire department and.
Okay, so there'll be stuff to do. And if the weather's like it is right now, we'll have the splash pad
Right.
open, and we'll do free splash pad that night. Also, go ahead and mark your calendar because he mentioned the Christmas parade. If we're still good with December the 4th, that's what we said. That's the first Friday of the month. And the rain date will be on that Monday. So December the 4th, At night, yes, we're continuing that tradition now. And I wanted to ask the mayor, because you would know this, just so we can, while we're marking calendars, when is Pride of the Valley?
September 26th.
Okay, so I can put that down.
Yes, thank you for that, September 26th. I should have mentioned this back up in the budgeted authorization, which I appreciate, but second only to Butterbean Days is Pride of the Valley for visitors into our city. We generally, what do you think, Chris, 5 to 7, maybe 8,000 bands and
It's a lot, yeah.
yes, so, yes, usually with the temporary bleachers, the home and visitor, we can seat about 5,000, and that's full for the second half awards, but it's split. So we will have smaller schools, probably 2,500 at the time of early awards. So 75, 8,000 probably easily throughout the day. So second only to Butterbean, so thank you for mentioning that, Dawn. So.
Go ahead and get your calendars marked.
That's right. I'm sure if you would like to sell tickets or work concessions, the band boosters would love to have you for that day. Thank you
And
for that.
Homecoming is September the 18th.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
thank you
right,
for
yes,
that.
That's right, thank you.
September 18th
18th.
is homecoming.
And that's against Southside
Southside.
Gadsden.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you for that. So lots of ways to support our students and our community coming up. Thank you for that, Dawn.
Okay.
You good?
I'm good
All
now.
right. All right. Any public comment, Gwen? Still no?
Gwen,
Okay.
it was your night. Look at, see,
Come on.
see, she's prepared.
That's right, that's right. Gwen, if you're joining us, is our city treasurer, who has just been a great addition, great addition.
And Eric's best friend.
And that's right.
Well, it's been wonderful being here, and I'm really excited. I think we've got some good bones as far as the software and the staff, and just really excited to do some forward-looking things, and we can really get some things accomplished. So I'm happy to be here, and if you have any ideas, you need any numbers, we're in a good place where we can start, doing some fancy pie charts or graphs or whatever.
She
So
wants to know what you want to see
Yeah.
on a monthly basis. What did
I-
she need to present to you?
I think this list is amazing to me. Now,
Well,
I'd
that's
be glad
easy
to provide
do.
what y'all
She's
want.
talking about like a budget
Is there
act,
Oh.
financial statement.
Yeah, my thought was maybe in December. We could certainly do expense for, as y'all know, and for public information, most municipal revenue arrives December to April. So that skews a little bit. This group mostly knows from our training, but yes, that's part of what we'll probably be doing is some mid-year, at least a mid-year, if not quarterly. But I think mid-year to start would be great this year.
yeah.
Y'all good with what you're seeing every other week?
Oh, yeah,
think
no,
so.
I think this is really good. And
All right.
I appreciate, we all appreciate you, and I think she's fixing to really have fun when you realize you're gonna be involved with Butter Beans, you're gonna be involved Christmas parade, which you got a touch of the Christmas parade
I
last
did.
year.
That's right.
Yep,
So-
yep, yep.
The fun part.
And I'm learning a little. I should have mentioned this earlier. I did post it. We received $105,000 this week in grants. And they came and said, we have 2 grants, a county and a state, and I don't remember the number right off. They said, is this line, I think it was 4604, and I looked and I said, why, yes, it is. So, I'm not near like Gwen and Eric and Heather and some of the others, but any rate, we're making great progress. Thank you, Gwen.
Absolutely.
I
We're getting
appreciate
there.
that.
Thank you.
Was it 4604? You don't remember, okay.
End of the day,
You
they
should've
all
said
kind
yes.
of
Okay.
sliding together.
So anyway, I'm very happy, very happy. All right, any public comment?
Just something minor I wanted to bring to you guys' attention.
Just flip it up. I think it's just low.
And state your name, please.
Eugene Gay. Just something minor I wanted to bring to your guys' attention. So I recently started going to Bicentennial Park to walk my dog. Usually I bring my own dog bags, but this time I forgot. And there was none in any of the dispensers
Okay.
throughout the whole entire park. So I met with one of the employees who was very helpful, and they don't even have any stored in the back where they store them and stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to make that known because I know with the heat and all that sort of stuff, Public Works cutting the grass don't really want to hit anything out there. So,
Yes, I'll take care of that tomorrow. We'll definitely need to get those ordered.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that, Eugene.
Thank you.
You weren't reared around here, were you? No. I'm just-
You can just
We-
stand there and talk.
That's right.
Just let 'em talk.
Glad to have our incoming citizen in Eugene there, so thank you for that. We'll make sure to get those. All right, anyone else? Counselor Walker,
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
second
Second.
by Thompson. Discussion. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. We're hereby adjourned at 7:42. Thank y'all very much.